Hey, what's up, everybody? Tommy Meyer here. Welcome to another episode of Tommy Tonight. Now, I'm going to start with the big story this week, the thing that has everybody talking, and has literally brought our democracy to its knees. Talking, of course, about Wayne. No, not that Wayne. That Wayne, the little one. Rapper Lil Wayne has been arrested on federal gun charges. Now, when told he was being arrested, the rapper responded, "Okay!" He was very, very cooperative. That is Lil Wayne, right? I'm being told that I'm actually alone in here and just going a little insane from the lockdowns. Anyway, let's get to the main story. Guys, what the hell is Don? By the way, I know that, I'm going to get sued by Dave Chappelle. That's fine. What's old Donny boy up to here? I mean, does he actually think he's going to stay president? Because this election wasn't close. You know, I'm not exactly sure how to categorize it, so I'll leave that to the professionals.
306 to 223. We had a landslide.
The results were very conclusive, 306 to 223.
And then it got bigger and bigger and wilder and wilder. Don't forget, it was 306 to 223. That's a lot. 306 to 223. That's a pretty good shellacking.
Indeed it is, sir. Indeed it is. So does he really think he's going to stay president, or is he doing this for another reason? So far, his attempts to stay in power have been basically a comedy of errors. We all remember Rudy Giuliani's little press conference in front of the Four Seasons. Total landscaping. Four Seasons, total landscaping. I can't wait for his next press conference in front of the Doubletree. I mean, in front of two trees. Sorry. But that little press conference was just the tip of a very stupid iceberg. Iceberg lettuce. I can do this all night. There was a case in Arizona where one of the witnesses ended up being Trump's lawyer's business partner. That same lawyer said that they were actually not alleging fraud or suggesting that anyone is trying to steal the election, and they admitted that their evidence gathering process invited spam. Though one of the good things to come out of that case, the judge was able to increase his penis size. Another Trump lawyer in Pennsylvania also admitted that they were not alleging fraud, saying accusing people of fraud is a big step. Yes, it is. There was the case in Michigan where the main witness received a sticky note from a poll watcher that was alleging fraud, which of course is hearsay. As the Trump lawyer tried to explain why it was not hearsay, the judge cut in saying, "I heard someone else say something. Tell me how that is not hearsay." Come on now. Wait a minute. Let me see that judge. Oh, Joe! He actually looks pretty good in a powdered wig, huh? There's the case in Philadelphia where the Trump campaign is complaining about poll watchers not being allowed in. But when the judge asked the Trump campaign if poll watchers had been in the room, the lawyer had to admit, because remember he's under oath, that there was a non-zero number. The important word there being non-zero. I've had sex with Elizabeth Banks a number of times. Unfortunately, that number is 0. Some of the cases have been so hastily thrown together that they even misspelled the word ballot. That is the most important. That's the word. Come on, guys. But probably my favorite case is the one in Michigan, where the lawyer filed it in the wrong court and titled it, and I'm not making this up, Donald Trump versus USA. So far, Trump and his supporters have filed over a dozen lawsuits, and almost every single one of them has been dismissed or withdrawn. His own lawyers have been withdrawing from cases left and right. The law firm that represented Big Tobacco and Bin Laden, the Bin Laden family, and probably most offensively, the Cleveland Browns. They're a terrible, terrible organization. They've said that they will not represent Trump, the Trump campaign, in any more cases. So obviously this is not serious, and it's not going to work. He's not going to stay in power. Everybody just relax, okay? You can trust me. I'm the guy who said he was never going to become president, so then what exactly is Trump trying to do here? Well, one theory is that this is just his next scam. He's trying to make money. We know that he is over $400 million in debt, and that the debt is coming due soon. His emails asking for donations have been getting more and more frantic and more stupid, with one just titled Trump, 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 Trump your booty, Trump your booty. Actually, don't Trump your booty. You do not want to Trump your booty. But here's the thing. Even though It says that the money's going to the Georgia Recount Fund. When you read the fine print, you can see that 60% of the contribution goes to Save America, a leadership PAC Trump set up, and the other 40% goes to the RNC. You would actually have to donate $8,000 before even a penny went towards recounts or election-related fraud. I'm keeping that picture of his ass up there because it may be the last time we see it. Yeah, you'd have to donate $8,000. Sorry, I get distracted by the S. $8,000 before even a penny goes towards recounts or any election-related lawsuit. Now, as the AP pointed out, leadership PACs have fewer restrictions on how you can spend the money. Leadership PACs can also be tapped to pay for personal expenses. Luckily, Donald Trump has been getting a little bit more honest with his emails, with one email appropriately titled Fraud Alert. But there is the teensy-weensy, tiny, whiny, heiniest possibility that this can work and he can stay president. And I almost don't want to go over it because it is really far-fetched, but it's not completely impossible. And so it's important to at least know what to look for. So first is the good news. Trump can never actually get to 270 electoral votes. He's simply trailing by too much in too many states. The bad news is that technically he doesn't need 270. If he can throw enough shade over the results and get the results in Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania thrown out, if he can keep them from certifying their results or get Republicans in those states to send competing states of electors, Congress could decide to just throw those results out. In that instance, Trump would be ahead 232 to 227, and he would remain president. Now, I know that sounds far-fetched, but just yesterday, Republicans in Wayne County, which includes Detroit, refused to certify the results. Luckily, after public outcry, they reversed course, but it's a stark reminder that it's not completely impossible for this to happen. Remember, in 2000, the Republican legislator in Florida was ready to send a competing slate of electors had the court not stepped in to stop the count. But I still stand by my original statement that this is not going to work. The only thing it's doing is basically sabotaging a Biden administration's ability to hit the ground running on day one. Until GSA Administrator Emily Murphy here, who's clearly ticked off Karen brought saltines to the PTA meeting again, until she ascertains Biden as president-elect, he doesn't have access to federal agencies, the use of secure facilities for classified briefings, national security briefings, federal funding, background checks. It's going to make it harder for a Biden administration to get the vaccine out quickly and efficiently. I think Biden put it perfectly on Monday when he said, more people may die if Trump refuses to start the transition process. And here's the thing, Trump can continue fighting in court. He has every right to do that. He can continue these recounts, these court fights. He can do all that while starting the transition process. If he gave any amount of shits, about this country, like he says he does, that's what he would do. But he's not going to do that because we know what this is about. It was never about what's best for the country. It's only about what's best for him. This was never about getting to the truth or ensuring that we have a free and fair election. It's actually the opposite. This is about lying, clouding the truth, and calling into question the very legitimacy of the democratic process, either for his own vanity or to make money, which is both anti-democratic and un-American. Except maybe the making money part. That's pretty American. That's all the time I got for you tonight. Thank you for watching. I'm Tommy Meyer, and I will see you next week.